Hello everyone and welcome to week 5 of the Healthy Eating Bootcamp. My name is Holly Niles and I'm a clinical nutritionist, and we hope that you've been enjoying these last few weeks and getting a good foundations of nutrition basics of really why it's important to eat certain foods and really what they offer the whole body. So today, week 5 is really the opportunity to put it all together. We could call that boots on the ground, some practical ways to incorporate all of what we've learned to really create a healthy lifestyle. So these are some ideas and things that have come up over time of many clients and patients and the places where I know people often need support. We, of course, welcome your questions, and we'd love to have some specific feedback of what you need to really make this work. But today we're just going to go through some of these basics. So you'll notice in your email this week, you have a really beautiful graphic of a plate divided into sections. And that is a great place to start to put it all together. So looking at that as a reference, even kids love this measuring. So looking at the different sections, you may even take a real plate and tape it off for kids to fill in, the different foods that go in the different categories. Even for adults, it's helpful, when we're out or at a salad bar or, just even preparing our own meals to look at, the graphic and to get a sense, do I have enough vegetable? What's the right amount of protein? And so to that end, really looking ahead, one tip I find very helpful is to actually create a grid. So of about 3 breakfasts, 3 lunches, and 3 dinners that you pop in some ideas that you feel pretty confident about, perhaps on the weekend, then maybe taking some time to go to the store and make sure you have all those things on hand. And over time of doing this, you begin to create these little mini meal plans. Always save them. And if you create lists or shopping lists or favorite stores to get things, just put notes on that, and you will find over time, if you save them, you have quite an extensive meal plan or a meal plan reference, places you can say, oh, what could I have for lunch tomorrow or dinner? You can look back to what you've written. And, one of the things in creating meal plans and even using our graphic is people always want to know, how do I add more vegetables easily? So here's one tip I found very helpful. Keep the containers of greens on hand: spinach, mesclun, baby kale, arugula, whatever your preferences are. They can oftentimes be used as a salad and or sauteing. So sauteed spinach with some really fresh organic eggs makes a very simple meal, really quick and nutritious, and really covers all of our macronutrients. The other thing that's really helpful is many times we have greens on hand, but we don't have what I call the accessories to add to them. So certainly local markets have salad bars, Whole Foods, different markets have these salad bars where you can actually buy these ingredients cut up. So that's a great tip. Just every 3 or 4 days, go there and get a container with all those individual items ready to go. You use your greens, some prepared protein, some good olive oil or lemon juice, and you've got a meal in really just moments. Then also in the idea of planning ahead. So planning is really such a key for success. So using the grid, keeping the greens on hand. And then I always like in the evening when I'm cleaning up from dinner or just kind of relaxing, that's a great time to put things in the oven for the next day. Maybe it's baked chicken or roasted veggies, or simply just, baked sweet potatoes are easy to put in. And then they can be folded into the next day. Maybe that's breakfast or part of lunch or warmed up for dinner. And that's a great way to easily do it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You're not standing waiting for it because you're hungry. It's just something to prepare you for the next day. And then one of the other tips that I always like to offer is, dust off your crock pot. If you haven't used your crock pot in a while, clean it up. If you don't have one, there's so many choices out there. And that is a great tip. So either prepare it at night and turn it on while you sleep, or load it at night. So when you get up in the morning, you can turn it on, off you go with your day, and then you've got a meal ready. So I've included, a reference for some recipes for your crock pot, but there are lots of tips out there, to help you. So I hope that's helpful. That gives you some good ideas of how we put this all together. We hope to hear from you, and I'd love to answer any of your questions. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you so much.